thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing Punch story, Waike?
Yes, the Bobrisky story.
Okay.
I think it's our hot topic today, so I'll just... the Minister of Interior has ordered a probe into the comptroller, the prisons, the correctional center. I think we all know, but I don't want to go into the story because we are...
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say that the minister...
The allegation of...
he has not mentioned... he didn't mention the allegation. He just said they should investigate the
allegations being...
Allegations, and Femi Falana is giving a 24-hour ultimatum to the very dark man.
Okay, to retract what he said.
Yes.
Okay, any other story?
Yes, I do.
Okay, go ahead.
So the Nigerian Bar Association Election Working Group has released a report on the Edo State governorship elections that were just concluded. They said that there were logistical delays, low voter turnout, and instances of attempted vote buying. But they said despite all of these challenges, the conduct of voters and security personnel and the entire election process was generally peaceful. As we know, they are an accredited group by INEC to observe elections, and they were deployed to various polling units. So they said that they were at Bini, Auchi, Gara, Uromi, and Epoma to ensure comprehensive coverage. They also said that, they mentioned that there were late arrival of materials in some polling units. That significantly hindered the smooth commencement of the voting. They said in areas like Esako West, Esan Northeast, voting began on time, but in other places like Ego Ward 1, there were no materials or INEC officials at all. But interestingly, they said in general, it was a good and peaceful election process, but low turnout.
The Federal Government's Council, that's at the Federal Executive Council, is proposing an amendment to the National Identity Management Commission Act to allow foreigners living in the country to be issued the NIN, and also they're saying that the bill is to pave the way for the taxing of foreigners living and working in Nigeria. And they tax as they, I'm just wondering. The two proposed legislations are aimed at expanding the scope of registerable persons to include foreign individuals with taxable presence or taxable sources of income in Nigeria, and make provisions for the mandatory use of our NIN number, which are relevant for tax administrations and other related matters. So, well, we'll see how that goes. Moving on quickly now to New Telegraph. Let's find a story we've not taken. Yoga. Other exercises can curb urinary inconsistency, study says. Newly confirmed CGN kicks against corruption, frivolous orders by judicial officers. And presidency, federal government won't intervene in NNPC and go to refinery fuel pricing controversy. Okay, which story?
Yeah, the yoga story. A new study has found that yoga and other exercise regimens might work in controlling urinary incontinence. Researchers at the Stanford University report that 12 weeks of yoga practice reduced incontinence episodes among participants by an average of 65%. The equivalent of taking a drug. So, those of you that have incontinence, if you do yoga for 12 weeks, you will be okay.
Tighten.
Nice.
Yeah. Maria, that's for you. Yoga is very easy.
Okay,
I know you don't have incontinence problem, but it's still...
Did I complain to you that I have...
No, it's not. Yoga is even good for everything. No, because you haven't been exercising. You are an animal, you don't exercise.
I tell you, I exercise.
Is there you did it as you?
I'm not Mariah.
To you.
I've got some pads for you.
I wasn't even thinking about the incontinence. I was just thinking about the exercise.
Viewers understand.
No, but I even thought she was doing that your menopause fighting.
No. Vanguard. Panic in 11 states as release of water from Lagdo Dam begins. 25 observer groups thumbed down Edo election. October 1st protest, #end bad governance. Organizers propose virtual meeting with police. Bobrisky in trouble again for allegedly bribing EFCC officials with 50 million naira. There's a Catholic church to Tinubu speak out on fuel price controversy. Tinubu won't interfere in Dangote. I think he has already spoken. And FG raises NYSC members' allowance by 133% to 77,000 naira. Okay.
Congratulations to NYSC people. So the federal government has approved 133% increase of the allowance of the National Youth Corps members starting effective July. So they go back date payments as we enter October. So now money don't fat. Don't worry, because I experienced it when Jonathan was president, when I served. He said this was communicated to the through the National Salaries, Incomes and Wages Commission dated September 25 yesterday and signed by the chairman, Epoeta. And it will, according to the acting director of Information and Public Relations, NYSC, and the director general, they had advocated a robust welfare package for core members during a visit to the commissioner. So this, of course, would increase the payment that will get to each core member. Congratulations. If you are a core member this season, don't make it. You know what? One thing about core member payments, what I did with mine was gather the money and I was able to start a business from it. And I was able to compensate my mom. I wanted a gift for my parents from my core member fee alone because they had increased us to 14,000 under Jonathan when minimum wage went up that year. And I saved a lot of money from it. It's not money that you'll be using to buy iPhone. It's money you save into an investment and start a life.
Nice. Okay.
Different stories.
Which
So,
story?
Very briefly, the 25 observer groups have thumbed down the Edo elections. They have said that where they had problem with was with the coalition at the centers, and that the election itself was okay, but when it came to collating, there were too many discrepancies, so they have given a thumbs down.
Which is a bit different from the one I just read.
Yeah.
They gave them a thumbs up. But I have the story here. They're saying following torrential rains and, as we know, the recent devastation that happened in Maiduguri in Borno State, as a result of the release of water from the dam, they're asking Nigerians in littoral states. I had to go and check littoral, so just low-lying places. So they're asking that they are at risk of, facing a similar tragedy as there's going to be a release of water from the Lagdo Dam in Cameroon. So a warning is being given out by the Nigerian Hydrological Services Agency, NIHSA. They're saying that 11 states approximately will be affected by this release, and the states that are likely to be impacted are those that border Benue River, including Adamawa, Taraba, Benue, Nasarawa, Kogi, Edo, Delta, Anambra, Bayelsa, Cross River, and River states. So they're advising people in these states, as well as officials of government at all levels, to heighten their vigilance and implement appropriate preparedness measures to mitigate potential flooding impact that may arise due to the increased flow levels of major rivers during this period. So the rivers are definitely, the levels have risen, and then there's going to be water that will be released from the Cameroon Dam. This is double impact.
And the flooding is really getting worse because we didn't have, one of the papers we didn't have today, I read about the deaths in Ibadan.
Yes.
In Ibadan and
The story yesterday.
Kebbi, was it Kebbi?
Okay.
Kebbi states.
The flood already.
They are flooding, They are not getting even the kind of attention that Maiduguri got.
Yeah. So they're just warning people to, leave those areas, and government, I hope government's also putting in place shelters that people can move to, during this period.
So Cameroon is already releasing water, but
yes,
they're already, imagine if they release that once, and it will still...
Yeah, but what we're saying that the levels of the rivers in our country is high. So even that gradual release is
already
the problem.
Okay, I think that's all we can take because the only story really is all about the cabinet reshuffling. But are you guys looking forward to having... I'm looking forward to seeing if Better Edo will be brought back.
Of course not.
You don't want her back.
The
paper says she's suspended.
Of course,
She's suspended, but it's
no,
nice
has a matter cleared?
Has not cleared.
I don't know. But
So why don't you bring her
heard
back? They have to clear her name first.
Me, Murayo, I would just like to see her, hopefully, to get another chance.
No, but if they have not cleared
Until
her
her
matter,
name is cleared, I think it's not something
she
we
cannot be
should look
brought
forward
back.
to.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Yeah, I agree with you. But we are just querying it just
So
as...
let me see who else I'm interested in. Okay, let us go on a break.
Not talk of Gwajabi, Amelia, and the BRH.
So I was listening to the radio today,
What
and
happened to it?
In
someone
the
was
Guardian
saying,
now.
What happened to it?
So they're looking at the office of the chief of staff being
For who?
swapped. So the
Oh, really?
Yeah, you didn't read the Guardian detail.
Hey, you have the story. You have a,
Okay, so the suggestion, some offices.
There is Guardian.
No, now
The highlights.
you know, say we were not going to talk about
Yes,
it. Now you
go
dey talk
ahead.
this area where
Yeah, go ahead.
So I just brought that up. The office of chief of staff, for whatever reason, is going to be likely. So Guardian is suggesting the offices that will be swapped, and Batunde Raji Fashola might likely take over from the chief of staff. Is being positioned for that, according to Guardian again.
Okay, we'll see how that goes. Let's wait for the list, the rejigging.
They
That
said,
one for
they said
immigration.
ministers are just shaking
They
up
are
and down.
But
They
the
are
Minister
shaking
for
up and-
Information, Interior, I'm surprised that there's a, because that's a performing minister. So
No, they-
But they might give him a new portfolio. If you're performing somewhere, they might give a new portfolio.
They should not disturb his portfolio.
If they give him a new
Portfolio that's
portfolio,
working.
it will be bad if he's performing where
Well,
he is.
Yes.
then you
No,
don't
but
put somebody that may
it's
not
about
fit.
putting structures in place. If you have put a structure in place and it's functional without you, I can move somewhere
You
else.
are-
No.
was
Please
listening
stay
to the
there
radio
and make
today
sure that you
morning.
maintain and
Somebody was
sustain
saying,
it.
inside the minister, now they can't even name 10 that he knows.
We don't
that
know
are
them,
there,
yes.
because
They are
we
not
don't know them,
engaging the
because
people.
they have not been engaging.
The one that
you
is
know.
paining me most is that young man.
Why is he paying you?
Because I expected more.
What do you mean by
For
that?
whatever reason, I expected him. Pantami was in our faces when he was minister in the same capacity.
Your faces
when
do what?
He was, we
Disturbing
were
our
constantly
life.
querying him, constantly. You are just
us
there.
go on a
No
break.
encourage,
It's not our hot
engage. I
topic
did not feel
today.
him.
Let us calm down.
Let me to
Slow
find
your-
myself.
slow your roll.
So who can you mention inside?
when-
Just who can you mention
when
inside?
the president finally-
It's only
40
interior, I know.
Inside the 46 ministers, tell me the ones you know.
46. Are they up to 46?
Because we only know 3 or 4.
Even the ones for
But
state.
at least we know Basuti Jani, we know his name. We know the
Because he was,
Look at the
promising
we
Labu.
know
Power.
Keyamo.
Look at the
portfolio.
Labu.
We know aviation.
That one. All of us are on Bande.
In fact, should we make it our hot topic? Nigerians call it. Which
Minister do you know?
All
you want
of
them
us should
to
be our
start?
hot topic.
Let's think about it. Let's go on a break. When we come back, it's Thursday. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.